Hey everybody, GVB the Mind Warrior in the dojo tonight. It's getting a bit late tonight, it's about 9:15. I've been prepping up for a photo shoot tomorrow. I must apologise first, so I haven't done my weekly upload this week earlier on because it's actually the anniversary of my auntie's passing. She took her life 16 years ago. Very hard time for me, very hard time for the family, and it actually tore the families apart quite a bit. And it always makes me think very strongly about why I do what I do. And the way I travel this world now and what I try to become and what I try to achieve. You know, but before all these things happened in my life, I was just a happy kid plodding along. But certain events in life can change you and shape you into the person you end up becoming. And I went through so many negative situations with suicides from many people and friends, and my auntie was a very, very devastating one for me because of the wonderful person she was. That it still resonates very hard with me when that day comes about, because it was such a great life that was lost. And it always gets me to thinking that sometimes the world takes from you, it takes and it takes and it takes, and eventually there's nothing left to take except your life. But one thing I've learned through being pushed to the edge myself in the recent years was that when you get pushed to that edge, you can either choose to take your life or take it back. Now, I'm a big believer in taking it back because I think the fight is worth it. I think your life is worth it. No matter what you're going through, whatever the negativities might be, there's always a pathway back. Now, sometimes you can't do it on your own. Sometimes you've got to reach up and find that person who can help you. Sometimes you've got to reach out and just embrace what's around you. Because if you look out there, I guarantee you that people will be there to help you. But all the time that things go wrong, we get more and more introverted and we don't reach out for help. But if we just put our hand up and said, you know what, I'm struggling here, then somebody would reach in and help us up. My comeback journey was well worth the effort. You know, my life took me to the edge, and it's happened to numerous friends of mine where their life has pushed them to the very edge where they've even attempted to take their lives. And the turnaround from that and the comeback journey from that has been so existential, so massive, so incredible that had they not been here to do that, the world would have lost something fantastic. So if you're struggling, if you're having hard times, remember that there's always a pathway back through this, okay? But always try and improve yourself. And this goes for everybody out there. Start giving more than you take. You know, I think when we're trying to become something, we always talk about giving 100%. Give it all you got. Give. We don't say take it all. Take all you've got. Give it all. Give everything. And the reason you give everything is it comes back to you in some other way, shape or form. Not the same way you delivered it, but in some other way it will come back to you. And if you do that, I guarantee you'll move to a much better place. And you'll feel better. When you're helping other people, it'll come back, I promise you. Just those small things, very small steps that you put in place to help other people will make you better and will improve your life massively. But something I've always thought about is this. I'm tired of being the way I've always been. If I continue to be the way I've always been and continue to do the things I always do, I'll always be what I've always been. Try to improve, try to better yourself, try to push your world and your life through to a better level. Try to become what you dreamed of becoming when you were a kid. And if life's got you down and life's crushing you at the moment, don't let it crush you completely. Okay? Take those hits. I know sometimes it feels like you're in the corner and Tyson's been hammering down on you and you can't get a punch in and it's wearing you out. But you know what? Step by step, if you just take a few hits and dish one back occasionally, you know the rounds will end, and step by step you'll get to the end of the 15th and you'll be ready to go. That's just sometimes what happens in life. That's the hits we have to take. And usually it comes in waves. There's a dear friend of mine that speaks on one of the teams with me who's been going through a massive family thing at the moment. Absolutely massive. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But still they're battling on. But you know what? They reached out for help. And the friends around them, the people they're connected with, are all reaching out and helping, and are all lifting them up, are supporting them, and giving them what they need to get through. It's all around you, okay? You just got to look for it. It's all there. And here's one thing. People aren't mind readers. If no one knows what you're going through, no one can help you. If you're too afraid to speak about an issue because you're worried about being judged, then you're going to suffer worse. Because if you put it out there in such a way that people understand, if you say, I'm suffering with this, I guarantee you're not alone. Every time I've ever spoken at a function or whatever it might have been, and even the gala dinners I'm doing later this year, every time I speak, I get the audience to shut their eyes and raise their hands if they're going through or have been through massive issues in their life and would understand if someone else was. You know what? 99% of the rooms, and this is up to 1,000 people, put their hands up. You're never alone, but you feel alone. The trouble is when we don't reach out for help, when we don't put our hand up, it gets worse because we feel more and more separated from society, and separated from our friends, and separated from our family, and it drags us down, and we feel like we have to battle this stuff on our own, and we don't. There's so many people that will help you. There's people like us even. Even if you don't know us, you can shoot us an email. Any one of the guys from Team Ripple, myself from GVB the Mind Warrior, you can shoot us all emails and we will respond. We will help you wherever we can. We like to give. Our role is to give back. We're here and we're still here and we're still fighting on. Everyone's got their daily battles. Everyone's got their struggles. Everyone's got difficulties mentally, financially, physically, whatever it might be. Everyone's got something going on. But if you keep holding that stuff in, you'll become more and more separated from everything that you love. So reach out, grab some help. Put your hand down, help someone up. Learn to give more than you take. And step by step, we'll make the world better, all right? Have a great week, okay? And I can only wish you the best. You know, life is about giving. Life is about achieving. Life is about building something worthwhile for yourself. I was talking to a friend of mine tonight, actually, and he was saying he felt not worthy when he was described in a line of people with myself because of all the things I've won. And I said, you know, life's not about trophies. It's not about titles. It's about you. What you do, what you give, what you have inside yourself that helps one other person or one other life. It's not about being the world champion or this or that. It's just about bettering yourself. Every day, get up and try and be better than the person you were yesterday. Try and be better than you were the day before. And not every day is going to work, but keep trying, keep fighting, keep working. That's life. It's a constant build, it's a constant growth, it's a constant up and down. But it's a great roller coaster, and I don't want to see anybody jump off the ride early, okay? Stick with it. If you're struggling, give us a shout. We'll always try and do what we can. Other than that, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family. You aren't alone. Don't think you are, all right? Have a fantastic week. This is GVB, the Mind Warrior, signing off. I'll talk to you soon.